Oman, officially known as the Sultanate of Oman, is a nation located on the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula. With Muscat as its capital, Oman is strategically positioned near the Strait of Hormuz, a vital global trade route. The country is renowned for its rich cultural heritage, blending traditional Arabic and Islamic values with modern development. Governed by Sultan Ittihad bin Tariq, Oman maintained a political stability under its absolute monarchy system. Economically, Oman has long relied on oil and gas export, which has driven its rapid modernization since the 1970s. However, in the recent years, government has pursued diversification through tourism, logistics, and renewable energy to reduce the dependency on hydrocarbons. Oman population of approximately 5.5 million enjoys a relatively high standards of health and education, contributing to its strong human development index. Yet, environmental challenges such as high carbon emissions and resources consumption lower its planetary pressure adjusted HDI. This contrast makes Oman an important case study in understanding the balance between human development and sustainability.
Okay, good day everyone. My name is Muhammad AFIF bin Muhammad SOLAN, nomometric A204712. So for my part, I will explain the health indicator in Oman, focusing on life expectancy, healthy life expectancy, causes of death, risk factor, health system overview, and the effectiveness of health policy. First, for life expectancy and health, Oman's life expectancy increased from 71.7 years in 2000 to 75.3 years in 2019. However, it declined to 72.5 years in 2021, partly due to the impact of COVID-19. According to WHO, Oman health life expectancy or health was around 63.2 years in 2021. This means there is a gap of about 9.3 years between total life expectancy and healthy life expectancy. In simple terms, people in Oman may live longer, but some of those years may be spent with illness or disability. Therefore, Oman health challenger is not only to increase life expectancy, but also to improve quality of life and reduce year life with illness. So the next slide. This slide shows the leading causes of death and main risk factor in Oman. The leading causes of death in Oman include COVID-19. For example, disease, stroke, diabetes mellitus, kidney disease, and hepatitis heart disease. These causes show that Oman is facing a serious burden of non-communicable disease or NCD. In 2021, NCD accounted for 52% of total death in Oman. This is important because NCD are usually linked to lifestyle and long-term health condition. The major risk factors include hypertension, obesity, tobacco use, and physical inactivity. Adult obesity increased from 18.2% in 2000 to 31.1% in 2022. Obesity among children and adolescents also increased from 6.9% to 80.8%. This showed that Oman is facing a growing burden of lifestyle-related disease, especially obesity and cardiovascular-related health problems. So for the health system overview, Oman has strong basic health service coverage. Based on WHO data, Oman recorded 100 skilled birth attendants and 99% DTP3 immunization coverage. This means Oman performed very well in maternal health and child immunization. This indicator showed that basic healthcare service and widely accessible. In terms of healthcare workforce, Oman has about 20.6 doctors and 48.2 nurses and midwives per 10,000 population in 2022. The government health expenditure also increased to 10.5% of total government expenditure in 2021. This shows strong public commitment to the healthcare sector. Oman health system focuses on universal health coverage, primary healthcare, emergency preparedness, digital health, and healthy lifestyle. Overall, Oman has a strong health system foundation, but it still needs to focus more on prevention, especially for NCD.
The Human Development Index, or HDI, is a human-oriented measure of prosperity based on Amerita's 10 capability approach. Its goal is to track how societies expand opportunities for people to live meaningful life through three dimensions: health, education, and standard of living. It essentially reflects our ability to be healthy and to do the things we love and value. However, development often comes at a cost to the Earth. The Planetary Pressure Adjusted HDI adds an environmental pillar to this measurement. It modifies standard scores using two proxies: per capita CO2 emissions and material footprint. The higher a country environmental pressure, the larger the discount applied to its original HDI value. Ultimately, the PHDI highlights the urgent need to decouple human prosperity from ecological overexploitation to ensure a sustainable future. Let's compare Oman's standard and adjusted development scores. On the Human Development Index, Oman holds a value of 0.858. This places the nation in the very high development category with a global rank of 50. Now let's look at the Planetary Pressure Adjusted HDI. The value drops to 0.581, which shifts the development category down to medium. Consequently, Oman's global ranking falls from 50 to 119. Let's look at the striking gap between Oman's socioeconomic success and its environmental sustainability. Oman's standard HDI value is a strong 0.858, placing it in the very high human development category with a global rank of 50. However, when adjusted to planetary pressure, that value drops significantly to 0.581. This represents a 32.3% loss in development value, specifically due to environmental factors. These shifts show Oman's down from the very high category to the medium human development category. As a result, its global rank falls by 69 place, landing it in the 119th globally. What is driving this discrepancy? The data points to the high environmental impact, specifically a material footprint of 38.5 tons and carbon dioxide emission of 16.9 ton per capita. This figure highlights the significant ecological cost of Oman's current development model. Oman stands at a critical crossroad. While its human development is impressive, research highlights four major sustainability hurdles that the nation must overcome. First, extreme high carbon intensity. Oman produced 1.9 tons of CO2 per capita, among the highest rates globally. This is driven by high reliance on non-renewable energy, creating an ecological footprint that remains a challenge even as the country maintains a very high human development. Second, an excessive material footprint. The current development model requires 38.5 tons of materials per capita. This massive extraction of biomass, fossil fuels, and ores show that prosperity has historically been tied to the overexploitation of natural resources. Third, the link between growth and degradation. Evidence shows that as Oman GDP grows, so does its environmental impact. The nation has struggled to decouple financial success from ecological harm, meaning wealth currently comes at the cost of the biosphere. Finally, long-run trade impact. While the trade openness offers short-term benefit, it masks a growing ecological debt. Current patterns support high socio-economic scores today, but may undermine the stability of future generations. To move forward, Oman must shift toward a development model that prioritizes the planet as much as the economy.
For healthy policy effectiveness, Oman has performed well in healthcare access, immunization, safe childbirth, and primary healthcare coverage. The National Healthy Policy 2025 also supports Oman Vision 2040 through the principle of health for all by all. However, the increase in NCD, obesity, and hypertension show the prevention still need to be strengthened. Therefore, Oman should focus more on primary healthcare based prevention, such as early screening for diabetes and hypertension, healthy lifestyle camping, and stronger tobacco control. This can improve health, reducing long-term healthcare costs, and improve social welfare.
To secure a sustainable future, we must decouple socio-economic prosperity from environmental overexploitation. Here are 5 key strategies Oman is using to bridge that gap. First, transitioning to a circular economy. By moving away from the take, make, dispose model, Oman is reducing waste and emission by turning old waste into new resources. Second, sustainable finance. Through a new framework, the nation is issuing green sukuk and bonds to fund critical projects like solar and wind energy and green modernization. Third, energy transformation. National policies are prioritizing decarbonization through cutting-edge technologies like green hydrogen, with a clear goal of reaching net zero by 2050. Fourth, integrating planetary boundaries. By using the PHDI as a key metric, policymakers can ensure development stays within the Earth's safe operating limits for carbon and material footprint. Finally, attracting clean FDI. By promoting foreign investment, Oman leveraged the pollution halo hypothesis, transferring cleaner advanced technology directly into the national's economy. Together, this policy ensured that as human potential grows, the planet is also protected. Let's dive into the core tension of modern development, the trade-off between growth and sustainability. We often see that high level of human development come at a significant environmental cost. Oman served as a powerful case study. While it boasts a very high standard HDI of 0.858, it suffers a 32.3% loss in that value when adjusted for planetary pressure. This happens because of the growth emission link evidence. Evidence suggests that Oman is currently on the ascending limb of the environmental Kuznets curve, meaning that GDP growth still positively correlated with rising CO2 emissions. We also face the risk of rebound effect, as the UNDP point out. Improving energy efficiency without sound policy can lead to Jevons paradox, where lower costs indirectly triggers even higher overall consumption. So what is the path forward? We must find a safe and just corridor. This means moving away from the growth first or environmental first binary to a strategy that simultaneously achieves socio-economic aspiration while staying within the biosphere safe operating limits.
In conclusion, Oman has made strong progress in human development and healthcare access. However, a higher HDI does not always mean better sustainability, because Oman still face environmental pressure and health challenges. To improve both health and sustainability, Oman needs a balanced policy approach. Preventive healthcare and environmental sustainable should be strengthened together to achieve healthy life and better welfare for future generations. And that's all for me. Thank you.